Mahadev. Jupiter Ketu Mars conjunction, which is one of the most powerful conjunctions in Vedic astrology. Why do these powerful people want peace and silence in their life? Let's figure it out in this video today. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and watch till the end. So, what is Jupiter? Jupiter is the divine wisdom we carry within, and we also learn from the nature. Jupiter is the ultimate meaning giver, satisfaction giver. He attaches meaning to all our experiences so that we can feel satisfied, content and prosperous. And what is Ketu? Ketu is the subliminal, subconscious, mysterious energy who make us ask difficult questions like why do we exist? What is the meaning? What is the meaning of all this? From where have we come? Okay, the difficult questions, and he makes us go inward, contemplate, cogitate on all our experiences and understand what is life and why do we exist. Now when all of them, and what is Mars? Mars is the very reason because of which we can move our body, we can exist, we can fight for survival. Mars is the blood in our body. Mars makes us, fight all odds so that we can live, so that the blood gets pumped from the heart to the brain. Okay, that is Mars. And when all of them come together in one house in one sign, what happens? Too much of power, tremendous power. Mars Ketu conjunction itself brings a lot of power, and Jupiter there expands it. Jupiter is expansion. Jupiter knows no reductive techniques. All he wants to do is shower the native with blessings because he is the most beneficial planet, Jupiter. But when Jupiter is with other planets, he wants to expand the energy of those planets. Mars is a friend of Jupiter. Jupiter is a friend of Mars. They feel good together. The warrior and the guru. And now when Ketu is there, Ketu is the powerful, very, very uncontrollable, difficult energy here. Ketu Mars together, you can see this video here, I have created long back. Okay, Ketu Mars conjunction, two planetary conjunction, must watch. That is such a powerful conjunction. They say, Kujavat Ketu. Kujavat Ketu meaning, Kuja is Mars in Sanskrit, and Kujavat Ketu meaning, Ketu behaves like the Mars. Okay, how? Mars is here to conquer. Okay, Mars is the fighter, the fighting spirit within us. Okay, Mars is there to fight for survival, go conquer the land, and or go conquer something else, something else. So it's all about conquering Mars. Now when Ketu also behaves the same way. But the difference is Mars is all about conquering this life's experiences, whatever we have to conquer in this particular life. Okay, for example, we have to get up from our bed. I don't want to get up. Oh my God, I want to sleep another 2 hours. Okay, but still I have to get up. That is a Mars. Okay, that is you are conquering your discipline or the snooze button. Okay, now and what is or something else, bigger tasks. Okay, now and what about Ketu's conquering? Ketu has already conquered. Ketu represents the things, the skills, the knowledge, the tasks which we have already performed in our previous births. Okay, so Ketu is the already conquered things, and Mars the things which are to be conquered in this lifetime. That's why the similarity. So when they come together, okay, they bring that balance. They feel good with each other, like long lost friends, and they want to help each other hand in hand and make the native win the battle of life or whatever battle they think they are fighting. Okay. Now that becomes difficult when these people are young, because when they are in school or colleges or they are early 20s or even they are teenagers, this energy is very powerful. As I said, Jupiter expands the energy. This energy becomes totally palpable, tangible. Okay. They are filled with so much of internal impulse, the neuromuscular movement, as I said, the internal impulse, like the blood boiling or the blood pressure raising. They want to take a stride or probably hit that boy who is actually annoying him in that football ground, okay, or probably say something back to the teacher who insulted that little girl who couldn't answer something when the teacher asked. But she couldn't do that because that's the teacher, and she's holding back that anger. Oh my God, how could she insult me? Okay. So that power is so tangible, and others also see that power within them. What is that? Mosquito, I think. So other also see that, okay, the power. Other feel that their classmates, their parents, they see don't tell him something, or don't tell her, don't poke her, okay. They know that they can get triggered. So they can also be very timid or socially anxious, socially awkward, timid or very careful of mingling with other kids, because they are unsure of how those other kids or other friends in college will make them feel. Or it can be opposite. They themselves can be the bully or the people, those who are very aggressive, very energetic, and make other people timid, other people intimidated. Okay, so it can go both the ways, but it becomes very difficult to handle this energy towards the beginning. And Jupiter also makes it powerful, more powerful, adds in more power there. Jupiter is a large gaseous planet. Jupiter brings in lot of energy there. So what happens later? As you would be knowing what is Jupiter Ketu alone is a very spiritual conjunction, where Ketu and Jupiter work together, hand in hand, and solve those powerful questions. What is the meaning of my life? Why am I existing? What are the meaning of all my relationships? They become very intellectual, introspective, and they understand the bigger questions of life. So Jupiter Ketu make the person very spiritual. Jupiter Ketu conjunction also you can watch Jupiter Ketu conjunction video, I will tag it here, or all the two planetary conjunction video, okay, Jupiter Mars also. So one hand they are becoming spiritual, they are becoming very intuitive, very intellectual, okay. They do have that, they do feel that powerful energy within, but they don't want to misuse that, they are somehow controlling or withholding it within, so that they don't cause other harm, or they don't end up misbehaving the teacher or the students or the parents, okay. But in this way, in this process, what they are becoming more and more intellectual, okay. Their intellectual faculty is developing within, okay. The contemplative, the powerful investigative, analytical intelligence, okay, that is also developing. Ketu is watching all that. Ketu is the observer, okay. So he is watching all that, what is happening with his life, within his mind or in his life. So slowly they understand, they become more wise, and they uncover the nectar wisdom which is there within their soul, in everybody's soul. They uncover that, okay, slowly, and become more wise and more strong and more knowledgeable individuals. then they actually understand that meaning of their, the power which they felt, the palpable, tangible power which they always have been feeling when they are at their teenage or in their school or colleges. All the attempts of them controlling their impulses, of not saying a bad word to someone, or not hitting that person, or not, taking action when they really wanted to. They understand all the meaning of it. Jupiter helps them find out the meaning, because Jupiter is the meaning, meaningfulness in our life, right? So then they understand that yes, all the power which I have felt is true. I am indeed powerful. I have all the power. But this power is, expounded, this power is increased when I am in control of the power, when I am in charge of that power, when I have the complete control of the power. That's why I have said before in that particular video, Mars Ketu, that self-control is strength and calmness is mastery. The more powerful a person gets, the calmer he becomes. Biggest of the biggest warriors in the history, you study and go, you flip page by page. All the great warriors, they were calm people. Even in the modern days, look at Bruce Lee. Okay, how calm he is when he speaks. Okay, or the people, when we see those documentaries of those, Shaolin monks, how calm they are, yet they are the most powerful. They can break iron with their head, that shaven head, So, from where they bring that power? That power is there within everybody. Okay, that is a Jivatma, which has that, that power, that knowledge, that wisdom, that omnipotent nature, Swabhav of God. God, which is there within you, okay, He is omnipotent, almighty, powerful, omnipresent, He is present everywhere, okay, and omniscient, He knows everything, all the knowledge is there, okay. So, that power the person feels more and more when he has become calmer, when he is at peace, okay, when he is at charge of himself. They were the one probably when they were very young who was afraid of getting triggered by other people. If I mingle with those boys, if they say something, I will become angry and then I will not be able to hit them. Even if I want to, I will not. Okay. So these are the people, now they know the true definition of power. Okay. So it is the calm person who is always powerful, not the one who is always shouting and angry and getting triggered by others. They are not powerful. They are weak. And at least they are, nobody is weak. They are, going from weakness to power, transiting from the feeling of weakness to power. Because why they are reacting? Because if he thinks he is weak, to overcompensate that, he is overreacting or he is overcompensating. That is the mistake. Do you understand? So this sense of power or the omniscience, that's the ultimate sense that comes when somebody is enlightened. Okay, somebody becomes Buddha, or Christ, or Rama, or Krishna, or a saint, or a yogi, Siddha yogi. Then they feel that omniscience, omnipotent, or omnipresent. But that is the journey. Everybody is in that same journey only. Whether he is a janitor, whether he is a scientist, he is a writer, he is anybody, he is in the journey of uncovering that omnipresence, omniscience and omnipotent energy within, knowingly or unknowingly. Okay, so we are all headed towards one direction. So they slowly uncover that, because this is very powerful. This powerful conjunction turns to be a spiritual one. Later on, you can't help it, because as I have explained in the Jupiter Ketu conjunction, the Ketu snatches away all the meaning. Ketu is the surgeon who cuts away things. So even if this person is trying to become, let's say, a very material person, he has somehow composed himself, he has conducted himself, he has all the power within and he doesn't get angry and he has got full control over his anger, but still if he has not understood the actual meaning of life and he is chasing material illusion, or maybe probably it's not always the illusion of somebody having material goals, but let's say if he doesn't give a damn about learning or knowing the higher meaning of life, or he is just chasing stuff, building things, buying cars and buying houses and getting lost in the material earthly experiences, then also those meaning or whatever the temporary satisfaction he gets will be taken away by Ketu, and he will be forced to ask the bigger question: what is the meaning of all this? Why am I buying the third flat when I have already two? Okay, or why am I buying another Audi when I have one Mercedes and one BMW already? So okay, so like in this way, these people are always hit on the head by Ketu, so that they can again come back and focus on learning, focus on increasing their wisdom, because Jupiter Mars is all about learning. Jupiter Mars is the person who is very passionate about learning. Here is the warrior energy comes in learning the higher knowledge, the higher wisdom, the philosophical wisdom of the 9th house, the Sagittarius knowledge. Okay, but the same meaning is this: these people, they suffer. I mean, the main meaning is this: the people, they suffer only when they are unable to control that power, when they are getting triggered by others or by life experiences, and when they do not understand that the main power comes when you are having calmness, and that mastery is the only goal which they need to chase. So on that note, I hope you have understood something, and this will be very helpful for you. Let me know in the comments below what do you think. Give me a like here. Please subscribe. For consultations, go to my website down below, astroraja8.com. I'll see you in the next one. Har Har Mahadev.